Alright, hello everybody. I am not in Japan anymore, but I kind of thought it was fun to keep doing the whole video thing, and lighting is still a pain in the ass. But anyway, I'm back in the States. I am back into my old habits yet again. It's actually like, what, 4 a.m. on April the 4th. Because I got back on Saturday afternoon after like the craziness of that entire just trip back. Because first I went to the airport and I got there really early in Haneda. And I was like, screw this, I'm not going to stay in the airport. I'm going to go and do something with these last few hours that I do have. So I went to Shinagawa. That's where I made that last video. I picked up some little gifts or whatever. Stopped at McDonald's for the last time. Um, for at least that trip. And I don't know, it was just a fun little thing to do before I got back on the plane. But anyway, I made it back to the airport. I got on the plane, had the flight over to Shanghai, and then started like this 27-hour layover experience. And originally it was supposed to be 23 hours, but so I'm in the airport, spent most of my time sleeping, meditating, because there's not much of anything to do. I got some pictures taken, and it was just a really relaxing part up until right before it was time for me to board my flight. Um, Went, checked in, got all my baggage and stuff dealt with, and like I got in line at like, my flight wasn't until 7:30. I got in line at like 6:45 and I was like, "Oh, I have plenty of time." But then I ended up like right at that last security checkpoint at like 7:25. So I'm like, "Holy shit, I really need to rush if I'm going to catch my flight." So I'm rushing, I'm checking my plane and it says on time and everything, and I get there to see this guy from New York just cursing out the guy at the counter because for him, like his previous three flights had also been delayed, but they were also saying that my flight was now delayed. And I'm checking my phone, it's like on time, leaving at 7:30. I was like, oh well, this is some bullshit. This sucks. So it ended up adding an extra 4 hours to the wait time. We finally left around 11:30, but in that time period, they're like, oh, we're gonna give you guys food because there's a delay, blah blah blah, which is really nice and I appreciate it, but it was like all pork stuff, so I just ate the rice and vegetables out of that, and then I had to go searching for more actual food to provide sustenance or whatever, and found this really nice Korean place. It's nice. The one thing that I do really like about Shanghai is because of the exchange rate, like the food is really cheap. And it was expensive airport food, but at the same time, like, yeah, good deals. Like, I didn't pay more than $10 for an awesome meal. But anyway, got on my flight, slept a bunch through that because that's what I do. And then I got back to New York, met up with my dad. We rode around on the train and like camped out in the bus station overnight. Caught the bus back, and that was delayed too. And oh my god, this is the experience of getting back into the U.S. Looking at how just unorganized and like haphazard everything is. It's just like I shouldn't have come back. Like this is what drives me crazy on a daily basis. Seeing people that are professionals, that are doing their job, that are supposedly responsible, and then you just see this. It's just like maddening to me. But I was like, screw it. This is just the way America is. Let me keep my shit together and continue on and let them do whatever the hell they're going to do, and I will just deal with it as the challenges come. Made it back to DC, went to hang out with some of my friends over at Uno's at Union Station, and it was some of the funniest shit. Just catching up, talking about all different types of stuff because shit, that's what we do. It's a nice thing. We're trying to get in the habit of doing that every month. And yeah, went riding around the city and whatnot afterwards. And it was just good to be back on a bike. Good to be back in DC, moving around and not stuck in some, I don't know, just being active. That's my thing. I can't do this whole stationary, like, I can't do anything office work related because that would drive me nuts. I can't do anything where I'm sitting still or stuck in a small space. I have to be out and moving around. But anyway, did that for the evening. Came back in for the night. I started to go through some of the stuff from the trip, but like if you look at this place, it's still like bare bones, like stuff still packed up. Not really the most usable office space, but I'm getting there. I'm still getting work done in the midst of all of this. Um, but yeah, started going through some of that stuff. Did that until like 3 or 4 in the morning. Started watching some stuff for work and for like the National Skate Patrol because hooray! That's a new responsibility for me that I'm looking forward to. Passed out, woke up, and for Sunday, I actually got up, went through my morning ritual, just so I made this post on Facebook a little while back that said carnival because carnival is the putting away of meat. And then for me, just with this whole trip, this whole celebration of my birthday, I was like, yeah, like there are things that I want to focus on after this. So this is going to be my celebration. This is the last time I'm really going to be eating meat and all this other fast food crap. So this week is really the last week, probably until the end of the summer, that I will be like eating some of my more unhealthy choices. And hooray! We're going to see Malik start getting ready for racing season and all this other stuff that comes up during the summer. Um, there was that. And just all day Sunday after I left the house, I just went out, I did deliveries, and just getting back into the flow of doing work that I enjoy because, like, living in DC, probably just like living in Tokyo is expensive and you have to work. But also, I came back, and what leads me to where I am right now is I got in from doing deliveries and I passed the hell out. I think I made it back in around 11 o'clock. Woke up around 4 a.m. this morning and just got back into sorting through some of my things, like trying to manage the chaos of this apartment because I've already gone through seeing how many boxes I need, seeing what it is I'm going to start getting rid of. I have a bunch of manga and books and some other things that if any of you guys are interested, let me know because I'm just giving the stuff away. I don't even care about selling it. It's more so that I don't want it to go to waste. So I'm giving the first option to my friends and things. After that, it's like Goodwill, libraries, donation, whatever. And also, let me just announce it. I'm officially out of the Magic the Gathering game. I love trading card games. I love Magic the Gathering. But until I like get my shit together enough to afford spending all this money on cards, haven't done it in years, and I'm not gonna be doing it at least until after my next trip out of the country. So if you're interested in some Magic the Gathering cards, which I know some of you are, definitely contact me so you can like go through them, see what it is that you want, and we'll work something out. Blah blah blah. Um, but yeah, I'm back. I'm back in the States. I'm back in DC. And I am hard at work at all this other stuff that I need to do. Like, I actually spent, like, a good chunk of time going through, like, what the ideal schedule is for the after-school skating thing. I'm going to meet with Nat tomorrow before the first day of our 10-week spring after-school session so that we can go over things and just figure out how this whole season's going to go. Because from the trip, like so much awesome shit happened. Like I met so many cool people, and especially the opportunity to meet Eito Yasutoko. I got to watch him run one of his classes, and then he actually gave me some lessons on skating the half pipe because that's not something that I've done before. I've never been on a 15-foot half pipe, and it was the scariest shit in the world. But by the end of the day, I did it, and I didn't kill myself. So hooray! But yeah, like. I believe that there's like a very legitimate place for rollerblading in society moving forward. Like just the lifestyle that goes along with it can be very comfortable and like it keeps you active, it keeps you in shape, it keeps you like what's the word that I'm looking for? It really helps with your situational awareness because you have to pay attention to so many things, not just all the other people when you're out there skating on the street, but also all the tiny little road hazards. Because on a bike, if you hit a pothole, yeah, it'll probably screw up your tires, but if you hit a pothole on skates, there's a chance that you may remove a good portion of the skin on your face. So Yeah, it's inherently dangerous, but at the same time, when you take that into account and you really take the activity seriously, you just get in the habit of being prepared for some crazy challenges. And I like the idea of like not only being able to work with that within the skating discipline, but also apply it to other things in life. It just keeps my mind running and prepared for all of the other crazy things that I experience in life. But anyway, it is. What is this? Right now, it is April the 4th. It's like 6 o'clock in the morning, and I'm about to get my day started because I don't have a sleep schedule. I sleep for a certain amount of time, and then I'm like, hey, I have enough energy to go out and do stuff again. So let me get to work on all those things that I need to do, and I will catch you guys later. Peace.